Hi and welcome! Today I'm gonna gold plate and after that varnish my tiger skull. As you can see, I already did most of the work, but along the way it got damaged a little bit, so I have to repair it, so I can show you how it's done. If I remove the glass, you can see it a little bit better. The skull, I did it with 3D printing. And what is really interesting to tell you is that the teeth were not included in the 3D printing. The big tooth, I 3D printed them separately. And the small front teeth, I made them by hand with the following material. This is the material that I used to make the teeth. So I just put the glue with this machine in the mouth of my tiger and shape the teeth with a knife. Alright, so next thing is I'm gonna show you the materials that I'm gonna use. So first, what is really important is gloves. I'm not gonna use them to put the gold leaf because I need to be precise with that, of course, but I'm gonna use them to varnish, to protect my hands. I have two types of glue for the gold leaf, and the difference is basically the drying time. The varnish that I explained in the previous movies, of course, I also have a varnish spray, but I think I'm gonna use the liquid. Next to that, of course, the gold leaf of Giusto Manetti. I'm gonna use a small towel and a sponge to put the gold leaf, and of course, last but not least, for the varnishing, I need different kind of brushes. Alright, here you can see the skull. As I said, it got damaged a little bit along the way, but most of the work is already done. It took me really a lot of hours and hours and hours because, of course, the structure is not flat, so you have to put the gold leaf in every inch. It's really a lot of work. Unfortunately, it's not really good visible on the video, but for example here you can see that there's a little bit of white of the skull, so the gold got damaged a little bit there. So this is the pieces that I have to repair right now before I'm gonna varnish it. Here you can see it a little bit more clear. The white thing right there, it got scratched a little bit, so I'm gonna repair this as well. So I put a little bit of glue separately. I'm gonna use the smallest brush that I have because it's detail work, of course. So just put a little bit of glue like this, and then start with this scratch. Put a little bit of glue, and that's it. Then it needs to dry. So let's find some other places as well. Here you can see a little bit up like that. Okay. What is of course very interesting to tell is that the skull is of a saber-toothed cat, which is a prehistoric tiger. So they don't live anymore on the earth, and you can recognize the saber-toothed cat because the big tooth are like 3 times bigger as of a normal tiger. So I put the glue on 2 parts, which was here and here to start. So I'll just put the gold leaf a little bit like this, and then put it away like that, and then put it on the other part a little bit like that, and then let it dry for 1 or 2 minutes. After that, you take a sponge and you just push it carefully into the structure. Then I use the towel and I just slightly clean it, and as you can see, there's no hole anymore, and the reparation was a success. Alright, look at my tiger. He's completely gold again, like he used to be. Look how beautiful he is. Super shiny, super goldy. So what is so cool about making a skull gold is that something which is normally associated with death and which is really scary now becomes alive and is really beautiful. For the varnishing, I need some special tools. Here I have a bottle of wine and a carton board, which I will use for the lower jaw. And for the skull itself, I have this iron pin on which I can put the skull. Look at that. The skull is ready to be varnished. Alright, now that the weather is so good, I'm gonna do the varnishing outside. Because varnish is always really smelly, so if you have the opportunity, do it outside. What I need is a little cup to put the varnish and a medium-sized brush. Put a little bit of varnish in the glass. And also you should close the bottle because it dries out pretty fast. We're gonna put the brush really good in the glass. And then we're gonna start at the top. Because we start at the top, all the extra varnish will just fall down on the carton board. And make sure, of course, that you don't skip any part, any inch. All should be covered. So the work is almost done here, just the last little details. The varnish is on the skull. It was a lot of more work than I expected. And everything is gold. But look, the result is there. My tiger is gold and I'm happy. Here you can see one more time the golden tiger. Surface is really detailed. And that is so cool about making skulls gold, that the details become super visible. All the details become so clearly because of the shininess of the gold. So that's it. I'm gonna enjoy the sun a little bit more. Please, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And like the video if you liked it. Everything is gold. And my tiger as well.